What is up, everybody? This is WDG, and today I would love to showcase Supreme Ultra for the Supreme team. So let's jump right into it, actually. So you might be asking where the controller setup is at launch. Don't worry, that's still happening. I just skipped that as this is more of a quick review of Supreme Ultra. But enough of that, guys. Let's just jump right into it. So what's new with Ultra? Quite a bit, actually. A lot of people have worked on Supreme Ultra. A few great creators out there have actually jumped in and helped with tweaks and scripts and so forth like that. If you want to find out who, there is a credit system that you can read and it'll let you know. For example, like the Supreme team used amazing theme made by Hursty here. The intro screen was made, I believe, by Kyo Daikin. A few scripts made by known people like Easy Hacks and so forth. So big shout out to them that the Supreme team wanted me to remind you guys to check out the credit system before you use Ultra, just to make sure you check out their channels and so forth and give them a big thank you for their hard work. But enough with that said, guys. So what's new with Ultra? Again, quite a bit. There is now smart applications, and you might be asking, what is that exactly? So there is now dual screen support on the Pi 4 for different applications like video smoothing script, Pi Marquee, video output scripts, and desktop, and so forth like that. Also, applications like Kodi, Chromium, and Steam have dual screen support as well. And because of that, applications now need to be smart. I've not seen this in any other build just quite yet, but let's say the Pi Marquee script is enabled, for an example, and you load up Kodi. Now there's going to be overlapping on the screen, and that can cause a lot of issues. And because the Supreme team made this application smart, now one of the other applications will be disabled. So let's say you load up Kodi and you have the Pi Marquee script on. It will either display a message or hide itself. And that's for all the applications that have the dual screen support. So that is freaking awesome. So enough with the smart applications. Since we're talking about the Pi Marquee script, I actually wanted to showcase that, as the Supreme team made a custom script which is pretty awesome. Most know that the Pi Marquee script that's installed on Pro and Ultra are pretty much the same, but the one on Ultra is also auto detection. So if you have the Pi Marquee script on and you don't have an HDMI 2 plugged in, it does recognize that. So that's pretty awesome. So you don't have the applications, being fooled at boot and causing issues with applications. So here's the script that the Supreme team made to make it more user friendly. So now they've made it where you can pull media from different locations. So a lot of people don't have marquee art, and that's fine. So what they've done is they made obviously two themed marquee folders. So one for an arcade themed marquee set. You can put that in the themed marquee folder, which is located, I believe, in ROMs now, in the ROMs folder for each system. So that's sweet. And then they have a regular marquee folder. You can pull media from the mix art, box art, wheel art, which is just awesome because everybody has that already. And it just makes it a lot user friendly, I should say. So that's sweet. Thanks to them on that. The fixed frame buffer resolution, that happens not often, but if you have an issue where the screen is all off center or applications are all over the place, you just click this and that will be fixed. And then here's the smart applications for on and off. So the first one is to turn the script on and off. So if it's on, the applications are now smart, which makes it so if the application loads, they'll give you a message saying, please, turn the marquee script off or on. And then the alternative, basically hide the application so you don't accidentally click on something. So that's with the marquee script, guys. Since we're talking about scripts, let's actually showcase some of the scripts that the Supreme team has added on Ultra. So I know the audio script has been updated, so there's more control for the user to change the audio settings, because the last script was causing issues with Pro, but that has been fixed with Ultra, so that's sweet. The controller tools are pretty much the same, so nothing really changed here. Emulation tools, I do know they've added a few system shortcuts for tweaking the emulator itself, which is pretty sweet. They've also added the open bore configuration scripts and selector script in here as well, so you have you can go through it and edit a few things in open bore. Also, open bore is now loads games directly, which is pretty sweet. Retropie Tools, the same all. I know Clear Last Plate has been fixed, so that's sweet, so that works perfectly fine. Again, the same all scripts, but they have all been optimized and cleaned and tweaked as well. Visual tweaks, nothing too new in here, but there is a few in here that are new. Like the Retropie Tweak is very awesome. I've used it a few times. It basically takes away the whole Supreme look, but keeps the pre-installed emulators so you can have those installed, but it cleans all the, the scripts, all the fancy boot up screens and all that. That all gets disabled because a lot of people think the Supreme builds are cluttered, so this will fix that. But if you want to ever go back, there is a script that's still saved in the menu, so it can go back to the original if you want to. So that is super awesome. What else is new? Again, the Supreme Marquee script, what I just showed, which is pretty new, so that is freaking awesome as well. Again, this is the one I was talking about, video smoothing script. This helps with screen tearing, as I've noticed a lot of screen tearing is caused by the video smoothing in RetroArch, so this will let you enable and disable it depending if you're having the issue. But that's with Visual Tools. Fix My Build has been updated as well. There's a few tweaks in here that have been added and made edits to for better performance. So in here now we have a fix Retropie not updating tool. So let's say you're updating Retropie and it fails to update. Now you can go into number 4 here and fix that, and that is sweet. But if you do run this, I do recommend fixing the X11 applications as well, as it will install something that will make things not load, like Chromium and so forth. So if you do run this, make sure to run the X11 application fix as well. And then we have this 64-bit support on and off, which is sweet to have because there is 64-bit support on Ultra, same as Pro and Duo. The new Retropie menu has saved me quite a bit. I've updated Retropie so many times and then the menu gets all messed up, so that will fix that. And and then all the same scripts that are in here as well from Supreme Pro and Duo and so forth. But these are all again fixed and updated. So let's just exit out here. What else do we have here? The front-end selector is also a huge update to Ultra compared to Pro and Duo and all the other Supreme builds. This application will let you boot up into a track mode, Pegasus, or the desktop mode. So this will set your boot mode to those applications or to those front ends if you choose. And it makes it super convenient, as there's also a track mode controller mapping system put in place, so make it a lot user friendly or convenient. So that's awesome. I love that, and it's also very smart as well. A lot of people will change the boot mode and overlap stuff, so the application will now know what front end you're on. So let's go into here. Let's say you want to boot into Emulation Station. It will now display a message saying, you're already on Emulation Station, and not overlap the auto start file. So you have like 10 entries of Emulation Station on there. So that's awesome. Obviously, Raspi config, the Retropie setup. Supreme Online Toolkit, there's been huge updates with this. Now, it won't let you into the newest menu if you're on an older build. So let's jump into that quickly, showcase that. Just give it a second to load here. Here we go. So now it's, a lot organized now. It's a lot cleaner look. And then there's the Supreme credits, like I was saying earlier. You can check out and give people the shout outs that they deserve for the work they've done. So if you go to build updates, you can pick what build you're on. For example, I'm on Ultra, so I go into Ultra now, and you can update your Supreme build to the latest version. It tells you that 1.5 is the latest version, so you can click that and update your Supreme Ultra build to the latest version. You can update Kodi. PyKiss is pre-installed. I'm actually going to showcase that soon. A track mode, and then the Sin Toolkit beta version 1 installer. So this will install the Sin light gun into your menu, and that is awesome. I've tried this out, and the installer works perfectly fine. It's not pre-installed because a lot of people won't have this Sinden tool installed or have the device with them, so I just made it so you can install it yourself. So that's that. The online toolkit's pretty much the same, just more organized. And that is it for basically Supreme Ultra. So a lot of organization has been done in smart applications. But again, the few emulators that have been changed, I believe Saturn now runs games a lot better. OpenBore loads games directly. I know it did that in Pro with an update, so that's been added. Dreamcast has Dreamcast preset. A lot of applications have been updated to run a lot better. So if you try Ultra, you'll notice a lot of improvements from Pro in performance. A lot of games run a lot better on Ultra than they did on Pro. And then the ports have obviously been cleaned out as well. There's not all those pre-installed systems, which is wasting up space that most users won't even play anyways. So let's actually jump right into the desktop here. I'm going to use Putty on my PC and just boot up into Putty. Let's just give it a second here. Okay, so now that we're in the Pixel desktop, you may be asking why I even use Putty to load up into the Pixel desktop, as there's a lot easier ways. And it was simply just to skip the loading intro video. There's a lot easier ways, once again, like using the Emulation Station shortcut Pixel, the front end selector and settings, or again, just pressing F4 on your keyboard and typing Start X. So enough with that said, guys. What's new with Ultra Desktop? To be honest, from Pro, nothing too much. Just a lot more organization done and updates to scripts and in applications itself. So as you can see here, Redream has its own folder now. Box 86 has its own folder. Applications now has its own folder. Not too many changes for organization, but Chromium, Steam Link, Recast, Scraper, and Etcher have their own folder now, just to make it less cluttered on screen here. And then we have the all new PyKits installed, and to my knowledge this was installed by a user request, so that was added, and it's an actual very awesome tool to use. It makes installing applications a lot easier. So if you want to check that out, I would recommend it and give the creator of that a huge shout out, because a lot of work went into that. Again, we have the README like Pro did, and this is to load up the Dolphin emulator, to start up different applications, and as well start up the 64-bit support if it's not on. And then we have the front end selector, so you can boot up into a different front end select, Emulation Station or a track mode if you want to. Or again, just reboot your Pi and it'll boot back into Emulation Station if you haven't changed the boot mode yet. So that's basically it with Ultra, guys. I want to showcase today. There's a lot more to show, but I just wanted to kind of do a quick, showcase of what I've seen so far, which I really enjoyed. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.